You trade time for money every single day. You wake up, you go in, you work, you come home, you sleep, you do it again. And the terrifying part is that if you stop showing up, the money stops too, completely, instantly. There is no version of your income that doesn't require your body in a specific place at a specific time. You are the machine, you are the product, and machines wear down. You know this. You feel it every Sunday night when your chest gets tight thinking about Monday morning. You're not lazy. You're not ungrateful. You're just starting to do the math. And the math doesn't work. Not long term. Not the way things are right now. So you start asking a different question. Not how do I make more money, but how do I make money without being there? And that question changes everything. So you go down the rabbit hole. Passive income. You've heard the phrase before, always attached to something that felt either too good to be true or too complicated to start, but you stay in it this time. You read, you watch, you learn, and you start to understand something real. Passive income isn't magic, it's delayed active income. You work hard now so you don't have to work as hard later. That's it. That's the whole secret. So you make a list of what you actually have. Skills, time after work, a phone with a decent camera, a laptop, Wi-Fi, and you cross off the things that need capital you don't have. Real estate, dividend stocks, vending machines. Not yet. What's left on your list is smaller, but it's real, and real is where you start. So you build something, small, a digital product, a PDF guide about something you actually know, how to meal prep for the week, how to study for a specific exam, how to fix a common car problem yourself. Something specific, something useful, something someone would pay $9 for at 11 p.m. when they need it. You put it on Gumroad, you post about it twice, you forget about it for 3 weeks, and then one morning you wake up to a notification. Someone bought it. $9. You didn't do anything. You were asleep. The money came anyway. And you know it's only $9. You know that's not life-changing, but you sit with it for a moment because it isn't about the $9. It's about the proof that it's possible, that the idea isn't a fantasy, that the mechanism works. $9 while you were sleeping. Now you just need to scale the mechanism. So you get serious. You stop treating this like a side hobby and start treating it like a second job, except this job pays you whether you show up or not. You create more products, 3 more PDFs, a template pack, a simple Notion dashboard people in your niche actually need. You start a free email list, small, 50 people, then 100, and you learn that the list is everything. The list is the asset. Because social media platforms can delete your account tomorrow, but your email list belongs to you. So you send 1 email a week, valuable, useful, no fluff. You add a small pitch at the bottom, not aggressive, just present, and the sales start coming in more consistently. $200 in a month, spread across 12 transactions from 12 different people who bought something you made one time, and you feel it now. The compounding, the quiet, invisible, beautiful compounding. But then you realize your biggest bottleneck is traffic, not your product, not your price, not your skill, just nobody knows you exist. So you pick one platform, YouTube, TikTok, a blog, a podcast, one, and you show up consistently for 90 days, not going viral, not blowing up, just publishing week after week, teaching what you know, giving value before asking for anything, and by day 60, you have a small but real audience, people who trust you, people who buy when you recommend something. So you join 2 affiliate programs in your niche, products you actually use. You mention them naturally in your content, and that month you make $340 in affiliate commissions on top of your product sales. Total passive income, $800. And you look at your pay stub from your day job, and then you look at that $800 and it has a completely different energy. One was traded, one was built. So you stop doing things manually. Everything that can be automated gets automated. Email sequences that go out on their own, a sales page that converts while you sleep, a content schedule that runs 3 weeks ahead. You spend 1 weekend building the system, and then the system runs itself. And you add a course, Not a massive $2,000 program, a focused, specific $97 course that solves one painful problem completely. You launch it to your list. 41 people buy it in the first week, $3,977. You reinvest half into better tools, better software, a better camera, so the next thing you build looks more credible, and your monthly passive income crosses $2,000 for the first time. You screenshot it, you don't post it anywhere, you just look at it alone, and you think about the Sunday night chest tightening feeling. It's quieter now, not gone, but quieter. And then your content starts compounding. Videos you made 6 months ago are still getting views, still sending people to your email list, still converting to sales. You made something once and it's still working. That's the whole game. You understand that now in your bones. So you add a membership, $19 a month, small enough that canceling feels like more trouble than it's worth. You get 90 members in the first 2 months. $1,720 recurring every month, whether you make new content that month or not, whether you're sick, whether you're traveling, whether you're asleep at 3 a.m. on a Wednesday, the $1,720 is there. And you start thinking about your day job differently, not with hatred, with math. How much longer do you actually need it? And then you cross something psychological. Your passive income covers your rent. All of it, the thing that owned you, stressed you, made you stay in jobs you hated, is now covered by money that came in while you were living your life. And you don't quit your job yet. You're not reckless, but something shifts. You negotiate differently at work. You speak differently in meetings. You carry yourself differently in rooms, because you have an exit now, a real one. And people who have exits negotiate from a different place than people who need the job to survive. Your audience is at 18,000, small by internet standards, massive by passive income standards. And you launch a second course, higher ticket this time, $297. And it sells, not explosively, steadily, which is better, because explosions fade and steady builds. And then you do the math one final time. Your passive income has exceeded your salary for 3 months in a row. Not a spike, not a launch month. Baseline. So you walk in on a Thursday, you find your manager, you give 2 weeks notice. Professional, clean, no speech. You drive home at lunch. You sit in your car and you think about the person you were at level 1, trading time for money, living Sunday to Sunday, surviving. You're not that person anymore. You haven't been for a while. You just made it official. And now it's $10,200 every single month. Not from one thing, but from a system. Digital products, $2,800. Course sales, $3,100. Membership recurring, $2,400. Affiliate income, $1,900. Every month, without a boss, without a time clock, without a building you have to be inside. You wake up when you wake up. You check your numbers over coffee, not frantically, but calmly, the way someone checks the weather. You work 3 to 5 hours a day on things you chose, building the next product, improving the system, creating content that will compound for the next 2 years. But here's the part nobody tells you. The money isn't the best part. The best part is Tuesday afternoon when everyone you know is in a meeting they didn't want to be in, and you're outside, walking slowly, nowhere to be, not because you're rich, but because you built something that didn't need you to be present to keep running. And that quiet Tuesday afternoon is what you were actually building toward the whole time. You just didn't have a word for it at level 1, but now you do. Freedom. And you started with $0 in a PDF about meal prep, and the system